Hi, my name is Angga Pradita. My study number is 192422052. Today, I'm giving my opinion about smoking around the campus area. For context, a few years ago, university and college have started a movement in banning students or staff to smoke around the campus area. This movement then extends to outside areas as well, which means that anyone who is smoking outside the campus gate but within the applicable area will be given a warning or even demoted off campus. Well, here's my opinion regarding the topic. I am going to specify more about smoking outdoors and outside the campus gates but within the edge of campus area. Indonesia has one of the highest smoking rates in the world and is currently one of the biggest producers of tobacco worldwide. The culture of smoking is not only popular within older people, but especially younger ones. Some 40% of staff and university students smoke. That is a pretty big percentage, and the consequence of an outdoor ban on campus would include: number one is increased vehicle traffic. If just half of the students who smoke have access to a motorcycle and use it to leave campus just for lunch or a break as a result of the ban, this equals extra motorcycle trip. Unlike tobacco, outdoors vehicle exhaust this poses a significant risk to others, and the extra traffic will increase pollution. Number two, vendors, particularly students that are experiencing high level of stress due to university work, will likely spend less time on campus, leading to a reduction of sales in food and drink vendors outside the campus gate. And what about the vendors or staff that smoke as well? What's going to happen to them? Number three, morale. I think that every student hold their own rights and say about smoking, which means that non-smokers are allowed to refuse smoke, but smokers are entitled to have their own opinion, giving smoking designed areas are much cleaner and more effective than banning them. Number four, honestly, the implication that tobacco smoke poses a significant health risk to others outdoors is the sense of university first mission centers around church first, and we should be teaching our students to differentiate between significant risks such as smoking itself and totally insignificant risks such as secondhand smoke outdoors, because if the government is saying there is no safe level of exposure to secondhand smoke by such criteria, there is no safe level of exposure to saline either. So yes, that is my personal opinion. Remember that I am not agreeing students or staff to smoke inside buildings, but smoking outside was a safer way, and designated smoke areas are better than banning smokers. This way no one is harmed and the university will still be a positive and clean space. Thank you. In this video, I will presentation about the question words. What is the question words? Question words or interrogative words in English are words used to form questions. These question words are also known as WH questions or 5W plus 1H in Indonesian. The most common question words in English are: it's number one, it's who, number two is what, number three is where, number four is when, number five is why, number six is which, and number seven is how. Number one, it's who. Who is only used to refer to a person or people. Example, I want to know the person. Jadi kata "wu" ini artinya siapa. "Wu" ini menunjukkan atau digunakan untuk menanyakan seseorang. Di sini kata Wu ini menggunakan pattern one, di mana pattern one itu asking subject. Jadi menanyakan subjek dengan patternnya sendiri, question words plus verb plus object. Untuk contohnya atau example, kita langsung saja ke contohnya. Number one is Wu cooks noodle. Number two is Wu cooked noodle. Number three is Wu will cook noodles. Wu is question words, cooks is verb, and noodle is object. Dengan arti siapa yang memasak nasi, ini termasuk simple present tense. Number two is Who cooked noodle. Who is question words, cooked is verb two, noodle is object. Dengan arti siapa yang memasak nasi, tapi dalam kata masa lampau. Jadi untuk number 2 ini termasuk simple past tense. Dan untuk yang ketiga, who will cook noodle? Who was question words, will cook as verb, and noodle is object. Ini termasuk future tense. Untuk yang kedua yaitu what. What is used to refer to specific information about something. Example, I want to know the thing. Jadi kata what ini dengan kata arti apa, dan kata what ini digunakan untuk menanyakan suatu informasi tentang suatu masalah atau informasi. Jadi lebih ke arah objek. Dan untuk kata what ini menggunakan pattern one sama seperti Wu, di mana menanyakan subjek dengan patternnya yaitu question word plus verb plus object. Langsung aja ke example. Example number one is what eats a fish. Number two is what at a fish. Number three is what will eat a fish. Di sini untuk number one yaitu what eat a fish dengan arti apa yang memakan ikan. Di sini what as question words, it is verb, and fish as object. Dimana di sini example number one termasuk simple present tense. Number two, what at a fish. What as question words, at is verb two, and a fish is as object. Jadi di sini example number two termasuk simple past tense karena menggunakan verb to and digunakan untuk masa lampau. Number three is what will at a fish, di mana what ini sebagai question word, will at sebagai verb, and a fish sebagai object. Dan ini termasuk future tense. Number three is where. Where is used to refer to a place or location. Where itu artinya di mana, dan kata where ini digunakan untuk menanyakan suatu tempat atau lokasi. Di mana kita sudah ke contohnya example, I want to know the place. Di mana kata where ini menggunakan pattern to atau second pattern dengan menanyakan objek, asking object dengan patternnya sendiri yaitu question word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb and object, dan objek ini sebagai opsional di mana sesuai dengan kondisi. Kita langsung saja ke example atau contohnya. Di sini ada example number one is where do you eat a fried rice? Number two, where did you eat a fried rice? Number three is where will you eat a fried rice? Di mana whereas question words, do is auxiliary, you is subject, it is verb, fried rice is object. Di sini numbers dan seterusnya sama seperti ke bawahnya, tinggal diganti auxiliary-nya saja. Dengan ini do, did, and will. Number 4 is when. When is only used to refer to a time or an occasion. Jadi, kata when ini diartikan dengan kapan dan digunakan ketika menanyakan suatu waktu, suatu eh, apa ya, jam. Dan kata when ini menggunakan pattern to menanyakan objek dengan patternnya sendiri yaitu question word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb and object, sama seperti where tadi. Untuk langsung saja kita ke example atau contohnya. Example number 1 is when do you eat a fried rice? When did you eat a fried rice? When will you eat a fried rice? Sini sama aja, tinggal mengganti auxiliary-nya. Number 5 is why. Why is used to obtain an explanation or a reason. Jadi, di sini ada contohnya untuk example, I want to know the reason. Di sini kata why digunakan untuk menanyakan suatu alasan. Untuk kata why ini menggunakan second pattern, di mana menanyakan objek dengan sama seperti tadi where, when, dengan patternnya sendiri, question words plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb and plus object. Objek ini sebagai opsional sama saja ya. Di mana di sini terdapat contoh atau example-nya yaitu why do you eat a fried rice? Why did you eat a fried rice? Why will you eat a fried rice? Number 6 is which. Which is used for a choice. Sini ada contohnya example itu I want to know the thing you choose between the alternative. Jadi kata-kata which ini diartikan yaitu yang mana digunakan untuk menanyakan suatu pilihan yang akan kamu pilih. Dan untuk kata which ini menggunakan pattern tree di mana di sini dengan patternnya sendiri yaitu question word plus noun, plus auxiliary, plus subject, plus verb, and plus object. And example-nya yaitu yang pertama, which book do you take? And number 2, which book did you take? Number 3 is which book will you take? Di sini which as question words, book is noun, do is auxiliary, you is subject, and take as verb. Karena di sini objeknya itu opsional. Dan sama saja seperti ke example nomor 2 dan nomor 3, tinggal diubah dengan auxiliary-nya. Okay. Number 7 is how. How is used for a description of something or the way is done. How itu yang artinya bagaimana, dan kata how ini digunakan untuk menanyakan deskripsi suatu masalah. Sini how juga menggunakan pattern tree dengan patternnya sendiri question word plus noun plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb and plus object. Langsung saja ke example. Number 1 is how book do you take? Number 2 is how did you take? Number 3 is how book will you take? Sama saja seperti tadi which dengan how itu question words, book is noun, do is auxiliary, you is subject, and take is verb. tinggal ganti auxiliary-nya. Nah, kita langsung praktek. Yang pertama, it's number one, is titik is your name. Ini answer, jawabannya adalah who. Who is your name? Number two is, do you like to do in your free time? Answernya atau jawabannya itu what. Number three is, are you going to the party? Di sini menanyakan kata kapan atau waktu. Jadi jawaban adalah answernya when. Do you study English? Di sini menanyakan kenapa. Jadi kita jawabannya answer why. Is the nearest bookstore? Di sini menanyakan suatu lokasi. Jadi is the answer is where. Do you get to school? Di sini menanyakan suatu deskripsi. Jadi the answer is how. Okay, for the summary, in summary, question words such as who, what, where, when, why, and how are essential tools in communication. They help us seek information, clarify understanding, and engage in meaningful dialogue. Mastering the use of these words enhance our ability to explore topic deeply and fosters curiosity, enabling us to navigate the complexities of language and conversation effectively. By employing question words thoughtfully, we can enrich our interaction and encourage a more inquisitive mindset. Okay, thank you.